go first. Introductions, please. Hi, ADD fam. Hello, people. Thanks for coming to my channel. New people and old people. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please, even if you don't care for me. So, I rarely to never have watched videos of other people's channels that do videos of me, Cray in specific, but I changed my tune earlier. I seen he's back to his same old pathetic ways, doing video after video of me. Thank you, Cray. Although I think it's pathetic, I appreciate it. Thank you. Even if you put things in the wrong context and be that little kid sitting there making fun of people on TV, so be whatever. Eventually people are going to see through and they're going to make up their own minds. Is this guy sincere? Is he full of crap? Etc, etc, etc. So you all have your own minds to make up your own thoughts. And so I met my wife, as I've discussed, coincidentally. So one of the things I heard Cray saying, I didn't get to watch the whole video, but I watched bits and pieces of one of these last ones, something Mike the Prophet or whatever. And there again, I'm not boasting and bragging by any means. I'm just telling you guys truth, what's happening, transpired in my own life. Everybody's got their own story. This is mine. So I met my wife, and I was in my late 20s, 26, 27. And as I discussed, I met her through her ex-husband was a piece of POS, Gary Wayne Jones. I wind up bumping into him coincidentally at this guy Emerson Reeves' house, punk him out after him talking smack to me for a year. So I lived first I lived in this house with 4 guys, right? And I was selling, me and Todd Wander were selling weed together. I move out of this house, 4 people into this house with this crazy bee, this girl Becky, okay? And so Becky had 2 daughters. We lived in the house together. She was a psychopath. She was cheating on her ex-husband. She was a psychopath, like I said, but she dressed it up and made it seem nice. So after a year together with this psychopath, I find out, I'm pretty certain she's been cheating on me, but it is what it is. So she's the first girl that I ever cheated on, right? So I cheated on this girl. So after it was all said and done, smoke cleared, she burned everything, all my pictures, everything. But she'd been cheating on me from day one, come to find out. So this girl was a psychopath. Christina, my wife, and her ex-husband, Gary, came to our house, to me and the psychos, Becky's house. The first time I met my wife, Zach was an infant, okay? It was, like I said, my wife and her ex-husband, Gary Wayne Jones, and Zach the baby. It's the first time we met, hung out, whatever. He had the girl Becky that was with her ex-husband, her baby's daddy, was a painter, right? So he painted all these neighborhoods that Jack, my wife's ex-husband, worked in. So that's how we knew each other. Jack used to get Becky's ex-husband weed, this type of thing. This is how we met. So that's the first time I met her. Then after finding out that they were cheating on the both of us, we both split up, me and Becky and Christina and her ex-husband. So after that, we bumped into each other twice, and we'd already seen each other once at Becky's apartment. So this is how me and my wife met, out and about. I'm drunk as piss. Me and my friend Aaron that I talked about that killed himself went out to Diamond Dave's or something like this one night, drunk as hell. My wife shows up. I've only met her this one time, right? So I'm drunk as hell out at this club on dance floor. I'm being stupid. She don't give me her number, and goes on. A couple months go by, and I run into her again at Sideline Sports Bar and Grill. So we hook up. She comes back to my house where I'm living with this guy, and give her a pill, and we start dating. So And those days, my wife wasn't quite a Christian yet. She was a Christian. We used to go to church with her family. But at this point, my wife endured a tragedy, okay? Have I even been recorded? Yeah, I'm recorded. Okay. My wife endured the worst of the worst. Can't ever just speak about it. If you ever get to be friends with her, and you can find out, like I said, the worst of the worst. There will be no talking about it. There will be no make fun about it. So, we started off on a rocky path. So we hook up, we go out, we date, we shag, and we produce Colin. We didn't even know each other. Like I said, we've been out first, second date, third date. Here we are knocking boots, and we got pregnant. So 9 months, and we had a rocky relationship. Our ex-husband was, trying to be still in the picture and all that while she was pregnant with my son. Having to deal with that. He never paid no money. The one time that he wanted to see his son was when me and her had gotten a scuffle. We got in an argument, and I broke the kitchen table, and for good reasoning, but we will not discuss that. So, Craig tries to make me out to be like it ain't as bad as I went to jail for breaking a kitchen table, okay? And like I said, I had more than good reason and cause, but that's personal business. It's neither here nor there to me. So you make up your own decisions, but hear the truth and know all of it. So neither one of us were angels, right? Sorry, I'm trying to clean my trash up a little bit. I'm going to go and shop and get a few items. Neither one of us were angels. She used to drink. Because of her rocky childhood, her father was a monster. Her grandfather raised her. Because of that, she was prescribed medicine. So, she was on Paxil, okay? So, and she was prescribed Xanax. So she was on Xanax for 10 years, and then the doctor comes to us and tells her, "Oh, we're taking you off that. Have a nice day. When you've taken Xanax for 10 years, you get brain damage." They told her that after 10 years of giving her Xanax, right? Messed up. So she had, and then her grandfather passed away, which was her dad, and then her mom asked to die, okay? Real shit. Her mom was, like her best friend, as I've discussed, okay? I don't like to speak ill will of the dead, but this is what it was, okay? Her mom was like a grown child, feeding her pills her whole life. And so this went on and then her mom, after her grandpa passed away, which is her mom's bread and butter, her mom asked to die. And she caused cancer and died 2 years, damn near to the day. So no one understands this. So, like crazy, like describing out, like, what's this, why, he don't understand why this woman would be with me, yada, yada, yada. Maybe obviously take good care of her. I do. I've had surprise birthday parties for her. We've been on honeymoon to Bahamas. We've had good times. I've raised Zach and Colin since they were babies, infants, okay? I didn't get hooked on opiates until I was 40-something years old, okay? So, we're talking 20 years into our relation. Not that far, excuse me, back up. 17 years together. Maybe, it might have been closer to 20. We've been together 23 years. This happened. I don't know, but see, I've not been a junkie as long as it might seem. Yeah, I was an addict. I did drugs, and I chased drugs. I did some cocaine the weekends or X, whatever, but I always paid the bills. I was not your average, regular junkie. Homeless, I'll sit on the corner and, go without showering days. That was never me, even in my worst of worst addiction, okay? So, So here, that's some of the here and the here, the how, and the why. Okay, maybe hopefully that'll answer some questions as to who and the why. Um, my wife is heavily involved in Christian. Went to prayed, and should she leave me and all that kind of stuff, right? And God always told her to stay still, my child. You can hear out of her own mouth and try to get her to back up and collaborate some of this. She has her own crazy, way out there kind of coincidences. And so she was saying earlier, like people, who could God use? Who would God use? You think He would use normal people, normal circumstance, come from a normal family? They don't know troubles. You know what I'm saying? They don't know heartache. They don't know having to pray to God because it's so bad that life's gotten to you so bad that there's got to be another way. I've prayed to God and Him answer my prayers. And you call it prophet, you call it crazy. You call me whatever the hell you like, okay? Call me somebody that's found their calling in life. I found my calling, okay? Make sense to you? Is that better? And we don't have to name call all the time, Cray. You don't have to be such an asshole, such a hateful, bitter, resentful person. So you're mad at me or whatever. Display me with some honor and dignity. That's what you should be doing. I'm not out here promoting drugs. I'm not out here telling you, promoting anything that's not good and helpful to people and children. You guys should be helping me, not badging me. You should be helping. Are you helping? Have you helped? Any of you? Doing videos of Eminem and putting people down and comparing them, and that's all I see. Videos of video games. Alabama Trailer Park resident Cray. Watch the video here, please. Move it around. So, do it with some dignity, Cray. Have some dignity about yourself for a change. That part kind of gotten under my skin. Why would she stay with me? Not just because of God, because I've been there thick and thin. No matter what, I've seen other guys in my situation fold, do different stupid shit. I still do what I do. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm giving you reasons why we're still together and she didn't leave my sorry ass. I kept banging dope. I kept it from her. I lied to her for a solid year until I was caught. Be honest, 100. I used to be a big piece of shit. I worked, but I hid my addiction from my wife. And so trust was an issue, of course, for a long time, still is. We're a lot better than we were off. And it went back and forth and on both sides of it. It wasn't just always her deciding if she was going to be the one to leave. Sometimes it was me. Sometimes I had been sickened and had enough and took beat downs like you couldn't possibly imagine. Woman's always got the ball in her court. So all I can tell you is she's humbled me to help me to be the man I am today. She's very much part reason for that. She's very much been my instructor and been my backbone for a long time. Times bad, whatever, look over and she always give me the look of, I know you got this. I know you got this. Well, whatever, if the world's telling me this, that, and the third, and now they're calling me names. But she knows I got this, and I still got this. And these, before I before I lose this one that I didn't get to, I've forgotten. I say people, let me get this one out before it gets lost in translation. So one of these times is I was 20, this is before I met my wife, 27. It was after boot camp. Somewhere between 22, 23, and 25. Me and Clint, okay, Clint Cheek, right? Me and Clint go out to Atlanta, right? We go to club anytime. We meet these two chicks, Mindy, Arnold, something. I met this chick that night. Name was Mindy, this short little Jewish girl, okay? Just broken up with her boyfriend. And we went back to Clint's house after the club. Anytime we were all doing drugs. I don't remember exactly what. I know me and Clint done some speed that night. And they follow us back to where Clint lived in Lake Arrowhead, okay? So how would I possibly tell this many outlandish stories and be able to give you people's name to verify if I was lying? It's not even possible somebody could keep up with that many lies. So I'm giving you people's names now that I can recollect of some, and I never even, this is news to everybody. I've never even spoke this on any of social media. So me and Clint go out one night, we meet Mindy and this other girl. They follow us back to his house, Lake Arrowhead, far, far, far away from Atlanta. They live in Dunwoody, okay? Dunwoody to Marietta, where I'm at, it's a good little chunk. It's like 15, 20 miles, right? And there's many, 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 many bars, grills, and places to drink and do different kind of stuff. There's hundreds of places in between these places where we're used to and where we are and go, right? Okay. I meet this girl, Mindy, Ultraman something. It's a Jewish last name, not that important. We start dating, we're talking, we're going out. One night we go out to a restaurant she's working at. Me, Todd, and Todd had just met this other girl who was her best friend, coincidentally. Me and Todd go out one night, and I think I've even discussed this. Me and Todd Winder go out to the bar one night. On the way to Buckhead, we stop at this Mexican restaurant, which is in Dunwoody. It's nowhere close around my area, okay? He wants to go to this special place he used to go to. So we go to this place. He meets this girl, Heather. Sorry, I'm going to have to tone it down. I'm outside of Publix. He meets this girl, Heather, okay? Me and him are tripping on acid. We have a couple drinks. We're sitting at the bar at this Mexican restaurant. Todd meets this girl, Heather, and she's with her boyfriend, right? She slips Todd his number. They start dating, yada, 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 right? So me and Todd, and this is one of those times my ride and my license was fucked up, so Todd takes me up to see Mindy, and we're with his new side chick, Heather. And we go up there, and Heather and Mindy are best friends. Like I said, they both live in Dunwoody. Todd lived in Cherokee County. We're talking, opposite sides of town. So that was a crazy coincidence, right? So we go out to eat this restaurant. They know each other. They're best friends. Like me and Todd Winder, there again, okay? So we find out they're friends. I start getting, Heather is a weed dealer. She's got these the best mids there are, right? She's got fire mids. I remember going to her place one time, it was a dining room table full, crazy shit. It was like dank 50 course. I'd go far. There was many people in Kennesaw where I lived that I could get weed, but I had to go to Dunwoody to meet her because she had the fire, right? So I'm going and seeing Heather now, and now I meet Christy in the mix of that, right? My wife, Christina. And like I said, we got together very quickly. She was already pregnant, and, a month and a half after us meeting each other. And so we take her car. She had a nicer car than me. The next car that I did get, she had a Toyota Paseo. And So we took her car out to Dunwoody to meet Heather one day, right? Go there, just same as any other time. Go and went in there. And then a car comes in the driveway. And who is it? Keep in mind, my wife's in the car, in the driveway of Heather's house, parents' house, right? Mindy pulls up. I'm in the house, so I don't even know what's going on outside. Mindy comes in the house, walks in. It's like, who's in the driveway? And she looks, and we meet eyes. She's like, oh, Mike, oh, hey. And her face lights up, and she comes over, and she goes to give me a hug. And she went to give me a full hug, and I kind of like went to the side and tried to get like a side hug with her. And then she stood there for a second, and she had her arm on my shoulder. And I remember having to take her arm off my shoulder. And I told her, I'm married now. And she was like, we dated. I'm be honest, like I said, I didn't have a car. I lost my license, was just gotten my license back, didn't have a car during that time, so I was a scrub, right? I think I had only been painting maybe a year or two now. I started making money, so I was still a scrub. But I ran into this girl again and come there again. I'm in Marietta. These girls, they're best friends, and me and Todd are good friends. And we meet Heather out when we're together one time. The next time we go to meet Mindy, it's me, Todd, and Mindy, or me, Todd, and Heather. Coincidentally, we're going to meet her best friend. I never even thought of that. That's out there. If I put on a map and showed you where, we're talking a very big, large span in between where we all live and are used to going and being. Those odds are crazy. As well, like I said, the girl I'm getting bud from, I met her because my buddy met her, this chick at a Mexican restaurant route one night. Now I'm getting super fly bud. She's best friends with the girl I just meet, and I don't know it yet. That goes this long ago, okay? But there again, I was out with Clint Cheek. We met these girls at Club Anytime. So I'm giving you people's names, and you'll hear. So if that one slips me there, Richard, some of you that keep up with me, remind me of that. You know, I just thought of that yesterday, the day before. I was like, damn, I forgot to tell them about the Mindy story. Like I said, it's these bumping into people, these odd coincidences. I'm showing you and proving to you. I'm giving you names, places, people. So Todd was a little bit in there. And so this is for you too, Craig. Yeah, we're a firm believer now. If you don't believe, I pity you, because we're all our country's in a bad way. If you don't know, people need to pass the word and start looking at things more spiritually, like I'm trying to tell you. I gotta find a friend on here, Richard Dowling, that fact checks me. Just said it on one of these videos. Everything you say, I go. If I can't find it, I got this guy on. That's at the top of YouTube and the bottom of the dark web. Everything you say, he says everything I say. He fact checks me, and I haven't heard him say I was wrong about any of it. Fact is, there's been more baby caskets bought now than in the history of forever. To help on that sinks in. The most baby, coffins ever bought right now. Insane amounts. Why? Because people that are getting the you know what are their babies are dying, are a different breed, are called monsters in the Bible. Fact check me, Richard. Tell these people what I say is for real. There are more baby coffins bought now than in the history of the world ever, times gazillions. So that's odd and strange. People and babies are dying, and this is the plan. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, get on your A and B, C games. And so I've got, yes, obviously, like people like Craig do videos on me. Hopefully it's not all bashing. I don't got the time and the energy to listen to all of it. I can only hope that the people that need to hear what they need to hear get to hear it through there. That's it. That's what it's about. Excuse me. I don't have a whole lot of time here in this place. I don't believe any of us that have eyes to see religiously, if you ain't right with our maker, I don't believe you're going when the bombs drop where I'm going. That's what I can tell you. You know, I'm sound kook and crazy. It's thundering right now. Oh shit! I'm glad God told me something right here and now. Thank you, Lord. I forgot about this. There was an earthquake the other day. Or yesterday, when what's his face, mighty dumbass Brandon Joe. There was an earthquake over in Israel. Earthquake in Israel. You don't even have to go to the dark web to find that. Earthquake in Israel. Okay? It just started storm lightning outside right now as I'm in here talking about this. Let me see, bear with me. There should be hopefully some help for some of you to know that these things that you think, you're not alone. What your gut instinct's telling you is true, people. Why do you have, come into agreeance, not agreeance, whatever. Fact check me on everything I've said. I've given you names, dates, actual people, real life people that you can find on Facebook or wherever and attack them and question them. Because I'm going to be questioning my friends. I'm doing my best with it. I work a lot. I'm blessed, the best I've ever been in my life, to be perfectly honest. I've gotten phone calls of people that I haven't even made yet because I already have side jobs that I can't even get to. I literally got 3-4 people asking me when I'm coming over and fixing their this, that, and the third. Literally, I got 2 ceilings, 1 pat, a couple jobs that I can't even get to because I can't get my head around it. I'm going to do my damnedest to get Ryan's funeral as much as I can of it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do all I said. I didn't realize and know. I never claimed to be #1 YouTuber. I'm not that good with it. Truthfully and honest, I haven't found that I should be invested more in the visuals than I have in my content. So that should even itself out. People could have the best, greatest looking cartoons and don't got shit to say except telling you about the Island Boys or Jake Paul. Lame. All I can tell you is my wife had a visit from God himself. Call me a liar, call her a liar. I'm gonna get on her and tell you this shit. She got a visit from God last night and yesterday, and she said she wasn't, or this morning, excuse me, she said she swears she wasn't even asleep. She was not asleep. We're talking about a woman who will not lie. She won't do it, the same as I won't do it. I firmly believe it's, I could pay with my life for acting stupid, so I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do my darndest not to curse, and you're not going to catch me lying. I have not lied yet on this thing. Everything I've said is factual. I've given you names, people's names. I don't know what else it would get for people to prove to people that God's been revealing himself to me since I was 13. And like Mindy, that's just stuff on a small scale, I've known it for a minute, but people don't, maybe they think I'm full of it or it's not that big a deal. I ran into these girls, downplay it from what it is. What it is freaking fantastic, awesome, next level. that cross these people's paths. Weird ways. Like lessons been learned for reasonings. I just forgot one good one for you. Take like a couple of good PowerPoints. Damn. Let me sit here and brain fart for a minute. But I wanted to make sure that y'all got that I put out there correctly. So my wife's seen God and swears she had a visitor from God and smiled and I'll have to ask her again, but in so many words, something along the lines that he was happy with me. That she had gotten some, like she got her, what she's been looking for. Okay, I know what I was going to end it with. Like this, I've told you, she got a visit from God. You think it was the devil? A woman that reads the Bible every day? You think she's going to lie? She's not going to lie. She's not going to curse. She's more fearful for her life and her place in heaven than she gives a damn about what any of us got to think and say. I promise you that. She couldn't give two turds less. Do you feel me? So I finally got the approval, kind of like the approval that I've been looking for, okay? It makes me feel good to know that after all said and done, I am on the right path, I just made it in time. I might have just gotten on the... Because let's face it, we're in the worst of times. Fact check me, people. We're the only place in the world that I know of that has their government still together. The governments are crumbling, coming apart, okay? This is all by design. This is all part of Bible prophecy. There we go. Sure, it's good, thanks. So, last weekend, I sleep in. There's a sign everywhere. Ooh. So I almost forgot about this. And there again, I had to have a reminder. So last weekend I'm sleeping in. I wake up like I tell you, average stuff. I'm watching something on here, and my wife comes in and throws down 3-4 loose leaf binders and brand new pens, right? I said, oh, that's nice. She said, don't you think your buddy would want you to finish your book? Don't you think you should finish your book? Don't you think now? Because now she's invested as well. Until here recently, she'd been thinking I'm doing this for all the wrong reasons, like a lot of you. Been questioning my motives. Want to get famous. I don't want to get famous for none of the wrong reasons. I hope you guys understand that. I want to do it for all the right reasons and show people, myself included, that it can be done without selling out. It is possible. Excuse me. So she bought me all this stuff and told me I need to finish my book. I need to do what I started out. I am doing what I started out doing. You guys are helping me do it. Thank each and every one of you. Thank you. What else? Let me brainstorm for a minute. Mindy, Clint Cheek, and Ty Weiner both can validate what I'm saying. What else? My wife's visit from God. I finally got the approval. Because I was questionable for many years. My wife just spoke with this other girl online, right? This other lady's in the same kind of situation. Wants talking about leaving her husband. He's shooting dope. His friend of hers on Facebook. So she told him the whole story. She's been praying for me. She's been praying for God God to do something to change me. Sorry, I'm hearing my ice cream's not ringing up. So she wished, she prayed that she cared for somebody else. Give me 1 second. That she cared for me, cared for someone else so much. God told her to hang in there. Hang in there. Don't leave him. Don't leave him. Not yet. Don't do it. Don't leave him. Don't leave him. Bear with me. She felt certain. She says she felt certain during all that time that she prayed to God that she didn't deserve this. She should leave me. She should leave me. And she says he always said to sit still. It's raining. It was thundering a second ago, like I said. About to get wet. It's all good. Do what? What's that, God? Yeah, fact check me. Whatchamacallit? Israel got hit by lightning when Sleepy Joe was over there. My wife said you can't not see it. So, yeah. Is that good? Are we getting there? We doing something yet? Are y'all, some of y'all willing to cross over from Hateville to ADD land? Let's make a difference, all of us. Let's make a difference. This will each and every one of you. If you're sitting here listening, then you're on the right track. Whether you're using, not using, in the middle of seeking answers, you get knowledge with age. And I may not have a lot of education, but I have a lot of age. So I have a lot of knowledge. It doesn't make me smart. Having knowledge and being smart has nothing to do with each other. It's not nowhere near the same. You can have knowledge and not be smart. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Don't have to be smart to accumulate knowledge. There's people a lot smarter than me on here. So, is what it is. Help pass the message. Help pass some positivity. If you do right and you do what's you're led to in your heart, good will come. Good will come to you. I got haters on here. Let me tell you another fact. That on here, on Facebook, there's a guy named Arthur Williams. He's an artist. He's an artist, okay? His shop is in Beverly Hills. He did prison time. He's a friend of Seth. Seth invited me into Arthur's his first clubhouse. Seth sent me the link, so I got in there. Am I a weirdo? Am I a goofy? Am I a dork? Am I anything bad by accepting and going in there and meeting this guy and start to say nice things to him and become his friend? Would it have been better to become his friend or gone behind him and told all his stories about prison, all the bad in his life? What would have been a smarter decision to make? Use your brain, people. Stay ADD.